There's no easy opener here. And even Ronnie, there's an argument that he may not even go for this. So no damage done. Mark King's last shot.
You know, Sullivan having to be careful. King is up on pot success, he's up on safety success. Even though he's trailing 4-3, he's played well in this match. And he looks confident, that's the point as well. He's gone for his shots. Sullivan has seen all of that from his chair. He went for that one as well.
Yeah, the most important part of that shot for Mark King was the fact that the cue ball hit the green. It didn't travel all that far. Now, what's Ronnie's long game like? We're going to find out here. Well, we're going to find out because actually he didn't go for it, which tells me maybe he's not all that confident at long range. There were times in his career when I can't imagine he would refuse that.
It's interesting. It's Mark King who's going for his shots, really, and Ronnie O'Sullivan being a bit more cautious. You might have thought it'd be the other way around. One.
I think there's absolute proof of the point you just made, Dave. That was beautifully struck. Choices here. He could play on one of the two reds around the black and get things open that way. The shot is to go into the bunch. Is there. Well, he's played it really well. I mean, that is a proper split. He's got a red to the left corner. But I don't think the one that he was hoping to be on is still available. Because the red that is just drifting across from left to right now and hitting the other one has blocked about 2 or 3. In fact, he's blocked all the reds to the right corner. That's another very fine recovery.
7.
And this one with the rest of the lead, as you can see, which equates to 5 from 5. And getting up and down from the blue is not so difficult with the green and brown away from their spots. Pretty simple path up and down. Nothing wrong with that shot either.
$13. 20. 21. 28. 29.
And he continues in the same vein. You kind of wonder if at some point Mark will think differently about this match, whether the pressure will start to come back on him. Because at 4-1 down, he probably thought that he might as well go for a few
34.
because it's looking like he's going to go out. But he's played ever so well since then.
Yes, we're not in a decider next, but if we are, it's always interesting if the player's been a long way behind, because in the decider, it's the first chance they have to win. And the pressure is different then. But anyway, he's got to get that far, first of all. The applause is for Ryan Day, who's beaten Mark Allen 5-1. That's a fine win for the Welshman. Ryan Day into the last 16. Also, of course, for Peter Ebdon, who's won his first frame. Tom Ford actually got the snooker he needed on the pink there, but missed the pink, and Ebdon's knocked it in. It's 4-1 to Ford.
Well, for once, the nudge into the pack of reds has not worked out. It's hard to see where the next red is coming from in this break. It might be that he's going to thin one to the right corner, or more likely, well, the display safe here up behind somewhere yellow and brown. In behind there would be nice. Well, that would be a good plant to go for if you could hit the first red just a little bit straighter than he can. So I don't think the plant is on, but it would be under different circumstances. I think something rare like this is so easy to play one shot too many, trying to keep the break going. Personally, I think that's a very difficult shot. Made to look easy, I think, by that camera angle, but I think in behind a bolt colour here is the order of the day.
Marking 42.
My heart ever felt he was going to play anything else but what he did play, but after all that weight, he could have actually played it better. He's left a tempter. I don't know how confident O'Sullivan would be in knocking this red in, but if he does knock it in, then he could be in business himself. That's a fabulous shot, that really is. Been sitting watching for a long time. Something like half an hour of play. He's hardly seen a ball, and then he knocks in that one. Great shot.
I think this is where Dr. Steve Peters has made a difference, because we know that Ronnie is the best player ever, but it's about keeping the mind clear as well. And if both of those things are working, then that's why he ends up coming away with the Masters title when arguably he's not played his best snooker at the tournament.
Oh, that shot on the yellow was as good as the red. Left-handed, screwing it across like that. What a shot. What a shot for a natural left-hander, never mind a right-hander.
Yes, particularly having been frozen out, as he has been the last half an hour. But he's got himself a chance here, even though he's behind in the frame. He's got himself a chance to win.
$11. 12.
Well, he's got to play with pace around the angles here. This cue ball is stopping short of where he intended. It's not bad, but an extra
17.
a little bit of pace on it, he'd have been nicely on a red. A little bit of frustration there. That was always going to be a difficult shot to keep the break going. But I think Ronnie felt obliged to try and do so. slight concern when you hit those thick, but the cue ball is heading into pretty good place, and that has worked out nicely for Ronnie. As we're saying, he's a few behind in the frame, but after that last shot, he may even be favourite to win it. One safe ball, the pink, probably doesn't really come into play for either player at this stage. Both players, if they get in at this point, won't be needing it. A lot of care required for this shot from Mark King. But under these circumstances, Mark King has always been very good. He knows no need to rush this shot. Needs his full attention, because it's not impossible that it could be his last of the match. Either way, it's hard to see how he wouldn't leave that red that's nearish to the left corner. That it's such a difficult shot to play. It's not the worst effort. Difficult shot this now for Ronnie O'Sullivan. Again, one I don't see how he can refuse. Hardly be any worse. The pot was very clean. Big shot this if he plays the yellow. Having missed a few with the rest, the pressure's on. Oh, what a shot. Again. He would have known that he's missed a couple, I'm sure, because that is something a player will think about. But he really did keep the break going there.
I wasn't sure he was going to take it on, because obviously he was always going to be leaving a red on, as Mark King treats us to another little facial expression there. Yeah, gutsy shot, that yellow. Really was, and could well ultimately lead to him now winning this match. He's had to work hard tonight, O'Sullivan. Mark King's played some good stuff. It's out of his hands at the moment.
Pinched a bit of the pocket there, hit it into the thin side
11
of the pocket to try and get the cue ball across further. Wow, I really didn't think he'd miss that. He looked a little indecisive, but
Ronnie O'Sullivan,
I've seen Ronnie do that before and still get the pot. There appears to be no obvious excuse for that one. Don't think it was a kick. I thought the cue ball jumped, but that might have been because he was just cueing down slightly from where he was bridging. Not costly immediately, but it could be after this shot for O'Sullivan. He's horrible. What's he even playing here? Hard to think that he wouldn't leave something on playing that.
It's one of those, I don't think anyone was quite sure till the last moment whether that was going in or not. But it, you saw, just caught the jaw and stayed out. And again, that was his reaction this time. Some players, it seems, whatever happens, remain poker-faced, but Mark King is not one of them.
He seems to be playing without any real pressure on him, doesn't he? I mean, we brought this up earlier on, the fact that he won quite a big prize tournament, £70,000, winning in Belfast earlier in the season, and maybe it's changed his outlook, because right now he doesn't appear to be playing with anything but freedom. He knows that he's not favourite to win this match, but that's not to say he won't win it the way he's playing.
Yeah, it's a good point. A lot of the off-table pressure has been taken off him, I guess, with that big money win, that windfall. So he's not dwelling on things off-table so much maybe now.
That was always a little bit pacey. If he'd got a good kiss on the black, he could have got the snooker. Well, this frame very much in the balance now. Just a little bit too much on this one. Okay, the Cuban was played ever so well. What do we do here? He plays in behind the black rather than pots it to the middle bag. And he plays it exceptionally well also. That's a fine touch, but this shot, probably the best I've seen today anyhow.
Well, again, he's got to try and get this cue ball safe, and that could be calamity for Ronnie O'Sullivan. Cue ball in the D.
It may have looked like a shot born of frustration, but I don't really think he could have tried to hit a red there and leave anything safe. He just hoped that he'd get lucky, maybe knock something in. Didn't mean the cue ball when I said that. Or knock something safe.
Well, Mark King is 19 in front with his chance to force a decider. This did not look likely at 4-1, but he played really well and continues to. But O'Sullivan, he had his chance here. He missed that red to the right corner unexpectedly when he looked good to potentially clear up and win. So, the former champion just starting to sweat a little. .25 in it, so it's red colour red. And we should be going the distance.
7.
The red is frame ball.
11.
So O'Sullivan seemed to have the match pretty much won at 4-1. Mark King has fought back very strongly. But there was a chance here. This was an unexpected miss, you've got to say. O'Sullivan
16.
with his chance there to win 5-3.
Yeah, looking at that shot again, I think he was probably trying to hit it, pot it thick, as straight as he could, so that he could get back for the black. If he hits it into the other side of the pocket, then he gets low on the black. But it's all history now.
Marking 18.
37 in it, so it's 3 snookers to tie, 4 to win. Could pop potentially green and brown.
Yeah, I guess he was always going to be tempted by the snooker at that effort there, but 3 snookers, goodness, it's hard to imagine. I think we are in for a decider, and like you say, unlikely. No one could really fault the way that that Mark has played from 4-1. I think Ronnie's done an awful lot wrong, that red probably being the worst of the misses.
Well, as I say, what makes it interesting if it is a decider is the first chance King will have had to win the match, and that can change the feel of the match. You often see a player come back from a long way down and then not quite close it out. But anyway, he looks confident, that's the point. He looks positive, so it'll be interesting to see if he'll continue to go for his shots, assuming we get into this decider. times by now O'Sullivan would have conceded and just got on with the next frame, but he's given this a go. But has left a chance for King to knock this green in. These two have known each other since boyhood in Essex. They're now both 40-somethings. And involved in a real battle here. Remember, coming in, they played 8 times, and it was 4 each. And of those 8 times, 3 went to deciders. King has won 2 of them.
Marking 3.
Well, O'Sullivan still is not conceding.
It's unheard of, isn't it? They're 40 behind. And still playing for snooker. Not just looking for a bit of practice. Absolutely unheard of. But again, well within any player's rights to do so. Unheard of for Ronnie anyhow, that's what I meant. The players have actually won frames of snooker from hitting even more snookers than this, but he's in one himself, so I think he's had enough.
Frame marking.
Yeah. So we're going all the way. That's the bottom line here. Mark King has battled back really well. Ronnie O'Sullivan led 4-1, but Mark King is forced to decide it. All square here in Berlin. 4 frames all.
This is a lemon. It's yellow. It's funny shaped. It tastes sour. On its own, a lemon isn't very exciting. But if you see one in a slots game and you get it lined up with other lemons, then that lemon will suddenly taste very sweet. Visit Stan James Casino and get 5 free spins on slots. Stan James, we know casino.
Sudden change of plans. You never know when it's going to happen. Booking.com makes it easier, with free cancellation on most rooms. So there's no stopping you. Booking.com. Booking.yeah.
We've got amazing deals in 2017, like this Ford Transit Custom for just £196 per month.
So 4-4, which of course was the head-to-head between Mark King and Ronnie O'Sullivan coming in. Now, if you're on Twitter, #GermanMasters, tell us what you're making of the tournament so far. Maybe who you think's going to come through the decider, who you think's going to win the tournament. The hashtag is GermanMasters. Well, O'Sullivan, first of all, he was playing on there when he needed 5 snookers. King fluked a snooker, so he conceded. Now Mark King, for some reason, is leaving the arena. We're waiting for Ronnie to come back. But it's fascinating. This was the miss from O'Sullivan in the previous frame when he was in a good position.
Yeah. The reaction was there, Dave, wasn't it? I think, as I say, at the time, looking at that again, Dave, I think he tried to pot it to the bottom jaw, which is kind of difficult to do. He wanted the cue ball to stay up the table. Interesting little thing happened there, actually, because Ronnie was on his way back in. And then he saw Mark King leaving, and then he left as well. So it's a bit like those old weathermen where the man would come out and it was going to rain the next day. But, yeah, a little bit of slight gamesmanship, I would say, between these guys. You know, I think if Mark King really needs to go to the toilet, I don't know why he didn't leave at the same time as Ronnie, but everyone's kept waiting.
Yes, let's be clear, there is a slight edge to this match as we look at John Astley there against Ricky Walden. You know, they've known each other so long, these two, and they've had a few dust-ups here and there in the junior days and whatever, so it all adds to the intrigue. There is John Astley. He's got through from the Q School and is having a very good season, actually. And he's about to win the 5th frame. That'll be 3-2 to Ricky Walden. Yeah, so at the moment, we've got no players for our match. They'll probably end up coming back... well, I wonder who'll come back in first. Maybe that'll be a little bit of one-upmanship as well. Who comes back in first? Yeah,
and I never think it particularly adds anything to the game when players take long breaks. But there you are. We're in for a decider soon. In the meantime, like you say, John Astley is winning another frame. Big occasion for him being here in Berlin, isn't it, playing at the Tempodrome?
Yes, of course, he's played at the Crucible, but not in the World Championship. He was in a play. He played a snooker player for NAP last year. Anyway, he's won that frame 3-2. I wonder if O'Sullivan has been slightly surprised, not by how well Mark King has played, but how he's played, the manner of which he's gone about things. He's really attacked. It's King who's coming back first.
Yeah, no worries,
He's stood out. And the tension is building, actually. It's what we like, isn't it? Not, as you say, just a tiny little bit of edge between these two. Nothing major for sure. But you get to 4-4, and it's a match that now it's got this far, neither player wants to lose, obviously. And we'll be underway quite soon. So Ronnie has kind of taken a toilet break and then popped his head around the door. And now gone out again.
Going to make Mark King wait maybe here before we get this decider.
I just really hope that when Ronnie comes out, Mark doesn't go out again. It's beginning ridiculous.
Yeah, we have got to play it at some point, haven't we? Tomorrow we've got Stuart Bingham in the morning. That's the early shift, 10 o'clock German time. And then the afternoon match, Mark Selby will be playing Tepchire-Nu. And then in the evening, the last 16 starts. And of course, plenty of action going on the outside tables as well. Remember, there's always a second table on the Eurosport Player as well. Ryan Day's beaten Mark Allen 5-1. That was the match that was on the Player this evening. Here he comes. Here comes the rocket. Ronnie O'Sullivan, who was 4-1 up, but it's now 4-4. He's getting a good hand, but can he finally put Mark King away? Now, there's usually a handshake before a decider. Let's see if there is one here. There is.
Like it's the deciding frame. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
So we didn't necessarily think that 4-1 this was going to happen, but this is why we love snooker, because you're never entirely sure what would happen. And we noticed that when Mark King won that ranking tournament in Belfast, because he was I think, a 250 to 1 chance with the sponsors of that tournament, but he came out on top. So unpredictable things happen. Ronnie's got a thin safety shot with the red to the edge of the bunch, but he'll go into the pack in doing so, and he can leave a red on. It's a very aggressive safety shot. And you're pleased to know it's only the black that went over the pocket, not the red. This was the safety shot that Ronnie played that's made Mark King think about this shot. Now, there's always a chance something will go over a pocket. And like I say, it being the black has made it quite a tricky escape now. Maybe that he's actually going to have a go for this red. There's a lot of pressure on this shot. It's a fine shot, it really is. See how he could have played it any better than that. But Goodness me, what a shot under pressure. So, Mark King, crucially, is in first. But he was playing fairly fluently to get here. But it's always difficult to continue that when you get it down to a decider. So I'm sure he'll think this break get through. And compose himself.
Five. Thanks. Six.
That has gone wrong horribly. I don't see how he can continue the break now. Kiwi was always going to be just running across from right to left there without any huge amount of control. Well, he's smiling, but it's one of those smiles that isn't really all that genuine. He's more smiling out of disappointment that he's finished where he has.
13.
Well, whatever happens in this match, and even if he loses now, you'll know that he's had first chance. Lost control there slightly.
Marking.
Yeah, I go back to what I said. It's a different psychology, isn't it? If you compare it to a sort of running race, you know, if you're chasing the guy in front of you, you know how fast you've got to run to catch him up. But if you hit the front, then suddenly you're conscious of him being on your shoulder. And that was a definite chance for King. And bearing in mind how well he got in there, to make just, what, 13 from it, he'd be very disappointed. Yeah, that's where it went wrong for him. But they're still very much in the balance. Nervy decider. We had our first TV match of the day. Martin Gould was very comfortable winner, 5-0 over Jamie Jones. It looked like O'Sullivan would go through pretty comfortably as well, but things have turned around pretty dramatically these last 40 minutes or so. Ooh, how costly is that going to be?
Well, no easy starter, Dave. I think that's the one saving grace potentially for Mark King. He just hit this. Well, he had to guide it through a gap. I'm not sure if he hit it too thick or too thin, actually. He might have tried to swing it across wider than that. But it's a rest shot to start with, and we've seen one or two of these missed from O'Sullivan. Played it in such a way that he was going to finish on the blue. It was quite a bold way of playing it, but he overcut it by quite a long way.
He's only potted 2 out of 6 with the rest. Yeah, King a little fortunate not to leave something easier. But I'm sure many people still fancied O'Sullivan there to knock that in.
The opening red he's left is a little straight. May have just a slight angle, but by no means easy to pot and get onto a colour. Especially where he's cueing. It's looking more and more difficult all the time, this shot. When I first came to the table, I thought, well, it's a great opportunity. The brown is also kind of in his line as well, where the cue is. This will take a very good shot to get from red to colour. Well, he keeps on going under the table looking for more equipment. Extension on the cue and the rest. I think he'll stop there. It was a brilliant shot, but again, not perfectly on the colour. I mean, he didn't know exactly where the cue ball was going to finish there, but he could have had a better nudge than he got. He's frightened to go down the other end of the table to see if he's on the red or not.
7.
And I think the answer is he's not. Pink being put on the black spot makes things even more complicated as well. And indeed, the fact that the blue is away from its own spot, while this red through doesn't take him in behind the blue in the usual way. Clearly, on the strength of that. And that's what he had the problem with. And the fact that the blue was away from his spot, as I was saying, made that even worse, because he would have just rolled it in and finished short, potted the blue, as he's done thousands of times during his career. Blue was further down the table than where it usually is. And he was straight on the red. Absolute mile away, it really was. And I must say, not played with the usual conviction that you'd expect from Ronnie O'Sullivan. Kind of half played it, and played it with a little bit of fear, it seemed. Quite amazing, Dave, isn't it? It's been a very fluent 8 frames, and then we get to a decider, and it turns into a scrap, as we've seen all our snookering lives, matches like this.
Well, as Jimmy would put it, Shredsville, the nerves are showing, as they well might. It's been high quality, really, as you say, first 8 frames, but now we're down to the wire. It's all about this frame. King in again, but 1 is all he's going to score.
Marking 1.
Well, certainly the red that's up to the table on the right there comes into play. If he's not careful on this shot, he could hit it playing safe. He's avoided that happening. That's a good shot from O'Sullivan. Okay, there is a red tempter to the left corner. But that is not the kind of shot Mark King really wants to play at this point. That was a serious mistake. As he left everything easy, he's been a little fortunate actually. So I think he's covered the 2 reds to this pocket that he's missed the red into. Ronnie's eyes lit up when he saw the balls coming to rest. Amazing that you can be left with something so awkward as this. I think he's probably going to end up playing the red to the left corner because nothing else is very easy, but he's under pressure with the red up the table that he'll leave if he misses. I think Mark got a bit fortunate to have left that. He sensed the pressure that Ronnie was under.
Yeah, absolutely. King was fortunate, but O'Sullivan is feeling it, that's for sure. Okay, that wasn't over the hole, but he's missed quite a few of those sort of shots tonight. So Mark King, who just had a howler of a shot last time he was at the table, now has a chance here. He's 17 in front in this decider. There's a gasp in the audience when O'Sullivan missed that red. Certainly could have been left an easier one.
Not a good shot either. He may be on the pink, but goodness, the pressure really is on for this shot. This is a missable one now. It's very tense.
Well, again, you know, they shout go on Ronnie, but it's awkward this, with where the pink is.
That was good fortune. Goodness me, that really was. I mean, he's missed this and he's left the pink, hampering Ronnie on the red. And it's quite amazing. So Ronnie has gone back to his chair for some reason. I don't know quite why that was. There is a red to the middle, which he has good centre ball queuing on. But I think even someone as great as O'Sullivan, with all those Grand Slam events, 7 Masters, 5 Worlds, 5 UK Championships, is feeling this moment as much as any of those. That's a starter.
Yes, he's in. Now, what damage can the great Ronnie O'Sullivan do here?
Well, it was extraordinary that he won the Masters, given that against Lian Wenbo,
7.
he had a black that he would probably pop 9 out of 10 to beat him 6-4. Right now,
8.
It feels a little bit like that, doesn't it? That he's vulnerable here again today, and who knows if he can get through this. Maybe he'll go all the way again.
Do you know what, though? I think one of the differences with that match you've mentioned and this one is the dynamic with the players, because he's a big pal of Lian Wenbo. He really likes him. I'm not saying he doesn't like Mark King, but they're not best friends, that's just a fact. And they both really want to win this. All the history between them over a couple of decades has come to the fore here this evening.
Well, it certainly made it a spicy one for us neutrals. That's for sure. It's something we've enjoyed. I've enjoyed this match. Almost enjoyed the way that it's developed into this last frame.
22.
Very thick with tension. even in this five-table setup, and it was all because not so much of this shot, which he did miss, but the one before where he ended up there. That is just...
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 22.
If you wondered about the tension in the match, that's it, off the black spot. That is regulation.
Incredible, really is. Four points in it then.
One.
Just think sometimes if you're conscious of who you're playing rather than just playing, it can only really be a negative. If that's a factor here, then that could explain it. But anyway, it's in Mark King's hands now.
Yes, he held himself together remarkably well in that deciding frame in Belfast, beating Barry Hawkins 9-8. Biggest frame of snooker of his life. It's not quite like that, but
Yeah, sure.
he is able to compose himself when he needs to. He's experienced himself.
Just three tables going now here. Ricky Walden still 3-2 up. Plenty of fans. It's quite late here, by the way. German time, it's 10 to 11, but plenty of people still here wondering what's going to happen. Peter Ebden's come back to 4-2 from 4-0 down against Tom Ford.
Well, he almost held the spot there. I don't know if he'd have tried to do that. That must be a tight one, Marcel Eckhart, because of course you're not allowed to put it on the spot and it's touching the cue ball. That would mean it would have to go on to the highest available.
40.
Well, if Ronnie O'Sullivan was
15.
beaten here, he can't really use any excuse because he was right in amongst them in this frame, and the pink on the black spot he missed was one of the easiest shots I think I've seen him miss under pressure in his long career. But, of course, it's not impossible there could be another twist.
21.
2 reds, 2 colours for Mark King to get over the line from 4-1 down.
First time King beat him was a decider, and the last time he beat him was a decider. It's been 11.5 years since he beat him at the UK Championship. You feel really it's all about getting on this red now.
Well, he's played it pretty well.
26.
It's obviously a shot that could still be missed, but he can play it dead weight because he knows the cube is going to come out onto probably the pink, high-value colour anyway. So it's all about, if he gets the pulling angle right, playing it slowly here. And it's just drifted in the
Marking 26.
with the nap. We saw 1 or 2 pull in like that, and the potential for a further twist. Definitely dropped down a little bit. And of course your eyes are immediately drawn, if you're an O'Sullivan fan, to the fact that the black is a little awkward. Should the clearance start to happen. One or 2 oohs and ahs, but there's no way Ronnie could pop that.
So 22 points in the decider, 35 on.
Just the chance here that Ronnie could develop the black in playing the safety shot, but he has to be careful the red doesn't go to the left corner. He's getting some applause, but Mark King has got a shot to nothing red here, which if it goes in probably wins him the match. He was off slightly on that shot in that he was always going to finish safe, but it was still beautifully played.
Yes, we said right at the start that Ronnie O'Sullivan was a different player to when they were playing their previous times, but the same is true of Mark King, because he's a tournament winner now, and we've seen that confidence tonight. O'Sullivan needs a snooker here. He's not going to get the chance for them, and this is a great comeback and a big upset. Ronnie O'Sullivan has just won his 7th Masters title at 4-1. He looked to certainty, a nailed-on certainty to win this match. But Mark King started to throw everything at him. Breaks a 93.77. He won the 8th frame. A very nervy decider.
17.
O'Sullivan missed that pink off the black spot when he had a good chance to win. And it's Mark King who's going through to the last 16. That's a great comeback from Mark King, and he sends out the newly crowned Masters champion in round 1 here in Berlin. What a thriller on day 1 at the Tempodrome, and what a great result for Mark King. He really earned that. He played so well. He was so positive coming back from 4-1 down. I think he enjoyed that because he's beaten Ronnie O'Sullivan here by 5 frames to 4.
Beautiful, breathless and brutal in Berlin. One of the sweetest victories in a quarter of a century of playing snooker for Mark King. What a comeback, what a win, and what a night. Fresh from his victory in Belfast when he thought his career might have been coming to an end. Renewed vigour, a new lease of life, and from 4-1 down against Ronnie O'Sullivan, he's a victor, 5-4. Pick the bones out of that. Jimmy White is with me for the moment. Neil Foulds is on his way. And down these steps